Prosecco, Persco, Pro, Italian, Prosecco is an Italian DOC or DOCG white wine produced in a large area spanning 9 provinces in the Veneto and Friuli-Venezia Giulia regions, and named after the village of Prosecco. It is made from the Prosecco grape, renamed Glera in 2009 within the European Union, but denomination rules allow up to 15% of the wine to be other permitted varieties. Prosecco is almost always made in sparkling or semi-sparkling style, spumante and frizzante, respectively, but a still wine, Tranquillo, is also permitted. Within the larger designation are 2 small DOCG areas, Conegliano Valdobbiadene Prosecco in the hills between the towns of Conegliano and Valdobbiadene, and Asolo Prosecco around the nearby town of Asolo. Prosecco Superior is always spumante and comes only from these DOCG areas. In 2019, La Colline del Prosecco di Conegliano e Valdobbiadene became an UNESCO World Heritage Site, in large part due to the region's role in the production of Prosecco. History. The cover of the book Il Roccolo d'Itarambo, 1754, containing for the first time the exact word Prosecco. The poem where the term Prosecco appears for the first time within Il Roccolo d'Itarambo, 1754. In Trieste at the beginning of the 16th century, the local wine, Ribolla, was promoted as the recreation of the Puccinian celebrated by Pliny the Elder in his Natural History and praised for its medicinal qualities by Livia, the wife of Emperor Augustus. The need to distinguish the Ribolla of Trieste from other wines of the same name, produced in Gorizia and at lower cost in Istria, led, at the end of the century, to a change in name. Following the supposed place of production in antiquity, the wine was referred to as Castellum Nobile Vinum Pucinum, after the castle near the village of Prosecco. The first known mention of the name Prosecco is attributed to the Englishman Fynes Moryson, although he used the spelling Prosecco. Moryson, visiting the north of Italy in 1593, notes, Histria is divided into Forum Julii, and Histria properly so called. Here grows the wine Pucinum, now called Prosecco, much celebrated by Pliny. He places Prosecco among the famous wines of Italy. These are the most famous wines of Italy: La Lagrima di Cristo and like wines near Cinque Terre in Liguria, La Venezza, and the white muscadine, especially that of Montefiascone in Tuscany, Scubum and Falinum in the Kingdom of Naples, and Prosecco in Istria. The method of vinification, the true distinguishing feature of the original Prosecco, spread first in Gorizia, then, through Venice, in Dalmatia, Vicenza and Treviso. In 1754, the word Prosecco appears for the first time in the book Il Roccolo d'Itarambo, written by Aureliano Acanti in Novelado, in the municipality of Villaverla located in the province of Vicenza. The verses are, Ed or ora amolami voglio il becco con quel malaromatico Prosecco. Di Monteberico questo perfetto Prosecco eletto ci da, lo splendido nostro canonico, in Italian, and now I would like to wet my mouth with that Prosecco with its apple bouquet. From Monteberico this perfect favorite Prosecco our priest give us. A. Mr. Priest Jacopo Gallini, brother of Mr. Pietro and Mr. Marco. Those cavaliers from their estate on the Mount Berico, Monte Berico, collect the Prosecco, that has the most rare qualities, that a wine could have from any other place. Monte Berico is the hill of the city of Vicenza. Up until the 1960s, Prosecco sparkling wine was generally rather sweet and barely distinguishable from the Asti wine produced in Piedmont. Since then, production techniques have improved, leading to the higher quality wines produced today. According to a 2008 New York Times report, Prosecco rose sharply in popularity in markets outside Italy, with global sales growing by double-digit percentages since 1998, aided also by its comparatively low price. It was introduced into the mainstream US market in 2000 by Mianetto, now the largest importer of Prosecco, who also reported an incredible growth trend in 2008. Consumption also ballooned in the UK, which became, in the mid-2010s, the biggest export market for Prosecco, consuming fully 1/4 of all Italian production. Until the 2008 vintage Prosecco was protected as a DOC within Italy, as Prosecco di Conegliano Valdobbiadene, Prosecco di Conegliano, Prosecco di Valdobbiadene, and Prosecco di Colli Assolani. From 2009, these 2 areas were promoted to DOCG status. To further protect the name, an association of traditional Prosecco growers advocated a protected designation of origin status for northern Italian Prosecco under European law. Hence, since 1 January 2010, Prosecco is, according to an order of the Italian Minister of Agriculture of 17 July 2009, no longer the name of a grape variety, now to be called Glera, but exclusively a geographical indication. This was confirmed by EG Regulation NER 1166/2009 of 30 November 2009. The Colli Assolani Prosecco Superiore DOCG later changed its name to Asolo Prosecco Superiore DOCG in 2014. Production: Glera grapes on the vine in the Prosecco zone, pre-veraison. Unlike Champagne and Franciacorta DOCG, Prosecco usually is produced using the alternative Charmat-Martinotti method, in which the secondary fermentation takes place in large stainless steel tanks rather than in each individual bottle, making the wine less expensive to produce, and the minimum production time is 30 days. Higher quality Prosecco using this method will ferment the wine over a longer period, up to around 9 months, Charmat lungo. Nevertheless, the production rules for both the DOCGs also allow the use of the traditional method of secondary fermentation in the bottle, known in Italy as metodo classico. DOC and DOCG rules allow up to 15% of Prosecco wine to be a blend of Verdeso, Bianchetta Trevigiana, Pereira, Chardonnay, Pinot Bianco, Pinot Grigio, or Pinot Noir, vinified white. Approximately 150 million bottles of Prosecco were produced in 2008. Since then, huge growth means this figure is now approaching 600 million bottles in 2018. Since the 2000s, Glera grapes are cultivated and wine produced in other countries including Brazil, Romania, Argentina, and Australia. In the region of Conegliano and Valdobbiadene DOCG, there are more than 150 producers, and together they form the Consortium for the Protection of Prosecco from Conegliano and Valdobbiadene, Consorzio per la tutela del Prosecco di Conegliano e Valdobbiadene. Asolo DOCG has its own consorzio, with 94 producers.